What's going on, world? You're rocking with the young man Nuke. And this is Fresh Radio, where I bring you the family, revolution, entertainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show. Listen, today I want to talk about. What do I want to talk about? I know that today I want to talk about therapy. And I'm definitely not a therapist, y'all. But I'm not the expert when it comes to speaking about therapy. I just started therapy. You know, I've gone through it. I'm not even sure if my therapist is doing her job correctly. But I know that we've talked about things, and you know, it just seems like she has the notion that I am okay. You know, I'm very good at coping and holding myself accountable, and you know, and I think that's cool. You know, I think it's cool that I got with a therapist who can see that I am aligning myself with a higher purpose, but in the same breath, I don't know. I thought it would be a little bit different than this. Maybe it is. Maybe it's supposed to be. I don't know. But I'm just working on being a better me. And with that being said, I know that there comes a point in time when you have to hold yourself accountable. And I think that's where I have been for a long time, is holding myself accountable for the things that I've went through, the things that I've done, even though there are outside influences and distractions. I still want to make sure that to the best of my ability, I'm the one who's working through the things that are going on. I'm the one who's making sure that the things that I'm going through, I'm dealing with, and I don't allow people to influence or input impulses on me. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it right now, and I appreciate those who appreciate me, you know, and rock with me. And I know that therapy has brought out a couple of different things, you know, for me to listen to. But man, I'm telling you, my friends, the ones I hold closest to me, they have helped me dig into situations that are a lot more prevalent than what my therapist has. So, you know, I want to say this, you know, and I'm not knocking therapy at all. I'm going to continue my therapy. It's necessary, especially seeing the life that I've lived and still living. But I want to say this: get you some grand friends that hold you accountable, that make you think outside the box, that make you, or not even make you, but help you to realize that there are other ways, there are different ways, and that serve you a lot better than having to navigate certain situations on your own. So yeah, get you some therapies, get you some friends, a round table, people that you can go to for different reasons. You know, you're definitely different people. You know, you don't want to go to your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend and ask them about relationship advice, you know, or, you know, I don't know, that's just an example. But yeah, you know, just get you some people that's in your life that can handle and truly be objective to, you know, to the things that are going on in your life. That way you're not always burdening the people with the things that you got going on. But yeah, I just wanted to say that for sure. You know, I'm rolling into a point where I feel that my therapist is, I don't want to say she's just in it for the money, but I just feel like there's a level that we haven't scratched yet, and we're working on that. We're definitely working on that. So, yeah. I will be continuing my therapy sessions, but I also will be continuing to dialogue with my friends because they do what they do for sure, and I appreciate them. And I appreciate you for out there listening to me do this thing that I do. I try to come at y'all on different topics, but for most part, at this point, this is just a recap of what I got going on in my life. That's why I call it the Fresh Recap for sure. Fresh Radio will return at one point or another, but this still is the radio show that I get on, and I do what I do. But I still want to get into my monthly topics and then my subtopics within that. I do want to do that again. I'm just not at that point. I'm really not at that point. I will be eventually, and but I wanted to do this just to make sure that I am still able to touch on the things that are necessary with me and kind of update people on what's going on and what I got going on. So yeah. I also want to say thank you to those who take time to support, whether it be like, share, comment, subscribe. I definitely appreciate those. Man, tell somebody, tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your brother, uncle, cousin, all of them. Tell them that I be doing this thing on here. I'm up to advice. I'm up to taking advice. So yeah, just hit me whenever you hit me, and we can get it together for sure. Man, listen, if you haven't already, man, check out the poetry book, Drawn Poetically. Yeah, I got like 70 plus poems that I put in there. Maybe have to start giving some snippets of my poems. I got this platform and I got this the studio, so I might do an audio book of my poetry and put that out there too. So yeah, be tuned, be in tune with that, or stay tuned for that. And then listen, the royalty collection guidebook for all the musicians out there. If you ain't out there collecting royalties on a regular basis, man, I need to get this book and check it out. Then also Rise and Radiate? Yes, this is a book I wrote for, just trying to get myself together. I do look over it a little bit more so than I look over any other book, but yeah, check that out too. When I drop it, I'll let y'all know when I drop it. And then anything else, man, just tap in with me on these links, nuknoe.com. Holla at me, buy me a coffee, you dig? And then nuknoe.link. LINK. That's all my social medias that I have so far. So yeah, man, holla at me. I'm here. I'm available. Closed mouths don't get fed, and all those other euphemisms and shit. Appreciate y'all rocking with the young man Luke, and this has been another episode of Fresh Radio, where I bring you family, revolution, entertainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show.
I know a lot of people cause I've been a lot of places. Might forget a name, but I don't forget faces. My game been tight for a quarter century, cause I still speak to people that I met in elementary.